Wow! That's one of those plays that you call, and everything seems to happen exactly as it's scripted in the playbook.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Chargers. California visits Southern California. The Niners and Chargers. Off we go from L.A. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They started on the ground with Eckler. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. It's Eckler again. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. Here's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. The 30. 10. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Chargers nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. On first down, this is McCaffrey. No gain on the play there, second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, San Francisco.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 2nd and 7. McCaffrey. And he coughed it up. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
The Charger drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Justin Herbert looking to pass. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Pass over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And he'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Purdy off the play fake. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Juwan Jennings from 8 yards out. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the read. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the 1st. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Chargers, nothing.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the 2nd half. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told the guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, You've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Purdy from the gun on third down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 21. 15 yards there on the catch and run. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Now Gold for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Niners 21, Chargers nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 30 on second down, Herbert, he's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
With the score, Niners 21, Chargers nothing.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams from 21 yards away. And the Chargers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up second and 40 at the 30-yard line.
From the 30 on second down, Purdy, his throw incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Fourth down try. Here's Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here's Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On second down, McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Purdy from the gun. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 13 yards out. And the 49ers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And they go with McCaffrey. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if a team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things. He's by himself. Keenan Allen, 20. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen, 77 yards. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shot. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Herbert to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And they take a knee. But taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth quarter comeback, able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it, in the fourth quarter? They had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different. But ultimately, time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here we go.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Michael Dana. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. To try again after the sack. Smith setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
Mahomes' throw caught by Gray. Shreds him with it, and in for the Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Geno. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
He hits his target, Lockett. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Walker, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Geno's going to throw, and it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2, they convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Mahomes to throw once more. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A tight one, 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Seahawksons are going to take over at their... Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about it.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, sometimes the fake punts work out. They're fun, and you're so smart for doing it. And sometimes, Charles, what happens is an epic fail, and what we just saw was an epic fail.
And you're right about that because the key here is the element of surprise. You have to catch a defense completely unaware that this might happen, this might occur. Unfortunately, somehow they tipped it off, or they were just well coached and on their toes.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Mahomes now on 1st down, and this will be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City 1st down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been...
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles. two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting it as
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 2nd and 3 from the 9. On play action, it's Brady. Caught on the slant. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Fournette again. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette taking it in from a yard out. And the Bucs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
But it's certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And incomplete on the deep ball.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Brady going to go on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Buccaneers 7, Eagles 0.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, and a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. Brady now to throw. Now pass underneath for Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now 14-0.
Buccaneers 14, Eagles 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17, and he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Brady now on first down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady, and he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And the Buccaneers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Brady going to throw. Touchdown! Cameron Brate, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 21-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles. But that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away. Pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change.
No, it's out. Smith lost it. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on there.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tom Brady, his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bucs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point put through by Succop. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Sanders shaking and baking. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken at the goal line. Oh, good return up past the 30. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember Seattle-Denver Super Bowl 48? Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit. But going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurting this spot. No, okay.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Check it. Go.
Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Levante David in on the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Levante David. Oh, able to avoid him. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Brady will look to throw for it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is
And my goodness, another interception. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like
and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception's really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if...
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And here's where I'm perfectly happy to defer to my analyst and let him analyze this one.
I don't get it.
That's the analysis?
That's the analysis. I don't get it. I mean, you're on the other side of midfield. Maybe. But a fake punt way down here, you want analysis? Ridiculous.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty sick... He's got a man, complete! And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, 36 yards. And the Bucs get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built, perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping. He's got a man complete. A big play there for Philly. 61 yards. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that's a rare bright spot in what's overall been a pretty poor showing so far. But you've got to figure when you're down a bunch, why not take some big shots? And they connect on that one.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. It'll be first and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll run with Sanders, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Second down and goal. Hurts. And now here is option. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tom Brady with a touchdown pass to Chris Godwin. And the Buccaneers add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. That's caught. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Take it in at the 3. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 39 yards there, a big one. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Let's go now.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Cover! Hey, 66.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady. Going across the formation, there's Otten with it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. On play action, now Brady. Finding Otten once more. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Brady's going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 40 yards. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. It's caught at the 1, and he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. Fielded right around the 8. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now?
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. short kick. One of the up middle take it now. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Brady going to look to throw. This one taken in by Otten. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. On first down, Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets.
Here's the punter, Braden Mann, set to do the honors, and we are underway at MetLife Stadium.
And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Gun. Cut.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
11, MT, take.
Burrow on play action.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And it's caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up first and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Mixon.
And he is not going to get through here on try number one. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another shot from the one on second and goal. Now it's Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, you're able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people can't expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now White throwing after the interception. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Now White. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, it's White. Hall has it knocked loose. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They go play action with Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
On second and 10, Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Bengals. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a first and 10. To throw, White. Pass caught. It's Davis on the crossing route. That'll give him 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Throwing again on second down. White. Open man here is Conklin. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Now White. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
This is caught. It's Boyd. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now Burrow on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a touchdown. Joe Burrow with a touchdown connection to Tyler Boyd. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. The extra point hits the left upright but goes through anyway. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Barrio is going to bring this out of the end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Here we go.
First down. Here's Burrow. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown Jets. Corey Davis, 56 yards. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Zerline good with a PAT. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow to the right side and complete to Hurst. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And they go play action now. Burrow. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Jets are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Off play action, here's White. And this one is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
White. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
And that pick six, Charles, that moves it up now to a 3-touchdown advantage. A great individual defensive effort there to continue what has been a very lopsided first half.
And I better buckle in my seatbelt, right? Because you know, as a former DB, when I see a pick six, I'm up and jumping up and down watching it. Yeah, I'm supposed to be neutral, but those kind of plays, they excite me every time. They are in absolute control in this one. Nice play there.
Berrios now from his end zone. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Davis. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, White. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A play fake, now White.
That pass complete to Moore. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. White looks to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Now White with a 1st down throw.
On the slant, he's got Davis. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously, a lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 42. Now back to throw. He gets this one to Boyd.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed.
And now here's another interception. And I think the ball's out.
And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
From 17 yards out.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Berrios now from his end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Jets.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is taken in by Hurst. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase from 19 yards away. And the Bengals are an extra point away from going up by 30. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now White. He's got the connection to Moore. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test the defense as sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Completes it to Davis. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Now White. He's got a man, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Touchdown! Elijah Moore from 4 yards out. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Their own 17-yard line.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, White. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that is incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And this is caught. He hits more. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First down and goal to go.
On first down, it's White. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
To throw is White. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Let's go now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. White. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there at 22. Here's White. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step one, the touchdown. You need a two-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for two again. That's why teams are practicing multiple two-point plays.
We saw that Super Bowl 50 win with the Patriots getting a pair of big two-point conversions. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Here we go. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Here we go with Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. Now it's Burrow. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
It's the NFL on EA Stadium here in Foxborough. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Washington Commanders and the New England Patriots. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And we are underway in Foxborough. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jones looking to throw right away. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing Jones. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Jones.
Now thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw again.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Jones now throwing on 4th down into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain.
And the Commanders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at their own 42.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Here's Wentz to throw. He gets it to Thomas. Room here to run. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18. A give up the middle to Gibson.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. To throw is Wentz. And Thomas has it. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
We're scoreless after 1. On 2nd down and 4. Wentz.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Gibson again, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
So up comes Wentz as he and the guys on offense here will go for 2. They'll let Robinson try and run. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it. That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives, and it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
They're going to try and throw. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Aguilar. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
On 4th down, Jones. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. Throwing on first is Wentz. Thomas brings it in. Finding room at midfield. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, Wentz. He's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. So up comes Wentz as he and the guys on offense here will go for 2. They'll look to throw, and they're going to get it. That one's caught. And now the lead moves to 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline. Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Wentz now on 1st down. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now is Wentz.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On second and goal, Wentz over the middle. It's complete. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
They'll try to run with Gibson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for it. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they'd got 2 for 2.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
This one into the hands of Aguilar.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at their own 42.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Wentz's throw taken in by Samuel. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Got his target, Samuel.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough. Gibson toss right.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line. A gain of 22. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Wentz now to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off.
And the Patriots are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. The 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Gibson will score. Touchdown, Commanders. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Wentz going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Wentz going to throw.
That one is slant to McLaurin. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
New England on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Let's go, Greg. Win 5-3.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Please.
On the counter, Gibson.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wentz to throw.
Open man is the tight end, John Bates.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Wentz.
His throw complete right side to Bates, the tight end.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
They'll run with Gibson.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, Charles, just impressive in all three phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the fourth quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all. But let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort, really well executed. Congratulations to them.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jones. He's got it complete to Aguilar.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Solid.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Pats come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Indianapolis Colts. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Go, go, go!
Foles. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Foles looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Foles. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Now Foles.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try and run for it with Elliott.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He'll get this one complete there to Pittman.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line.
Now back to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And this is going to be intercepted. picked off by Malik Hooker. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40, the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, really a fantastic play, not only to pick that off, but he had to run a long way, Charles, in the direction to hit pay dirt. He did it, and they've got the first lead.
And that certainly changes the early tone of this game, doesn't it, partner? One moment, they were going to be in early control. Now they just have a few moments to clear their heads and get back out there against an electrified defense.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10.
Foles throw into the hands of Pittman here.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tougher rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Foles.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Gets around him. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Prescott. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go to Elliott again. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now Elliott. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
A nice effort and an even nicer stop from Kwity Paye.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Final play of the half. Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll throw now on the final play. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz as time expires in the first half.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead on the final play of the half. So they say no to the field goal try late in the half, and it winds up really paying off as they score on the final play.
Yeah, a little bit of a gamble, but they had some foresight as well because they knew they were going to get the ball to start the third quarter. So they thought to themselves, if we score here, we can double up on back-to-back drives when we start the second half.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Prescott on first down. Pollard here once again. Back-to-back catches. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. A give to Elliott running left. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Elliott. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. A first down carry by Elliott. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Elliott running right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A handoff left. Elliott. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is. And I don't know how much that particular play factored in. But with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They're going right back to Pittman. And some room to work. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Easy.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he pulls it in for the Colts touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass, and the Colts are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Foles will look to throw. Steps away to his left. incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because in the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. Tosses the out route here to Gallup. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Prescott to throw it. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Foles. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Foles. out to the right and complete to Pittman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Foles. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. After the sack on 1st down, Foles. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Cowboys are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Well, Prescott here to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. A 1st down throw for Prescott.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Kenny Moore.
And the Colts are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Foles throw into the hands of Pittman here.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. To throw on 2nd and 10, Foles. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done.
Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball.
You're
handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural.
But I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that. And I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody.